Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Gamedec in this singularly irritating. Ah, you warmed the cockles of my heart. Really? Belong to the ward's house. I lowered my head in greeting. But he graciously, Lord decides who's given the honor of entering the tree, but he graciously listens to all opinions. Think of who you wish to nominate as worthy of this honor. Who is close to enlightenment? I expect your answer within the next few cycles. What if I want to nominate myself? The impertinence. We must work on your ego. Readiness for enlightenment means a lot of money. It means great sacrifices for the clan. Let him ask. Questions help find wisdom, but moderation is wisdom itself, right, Umbra? Choose your words wisely, Rupert. It took less time for Ken to enter the tree. Ah, I got a blue. Did the last person to receive the honor also spend years on the path to enlightenment? An exceptional case. He witnessed signs more often and benefited from my method. He spent hours meditating inside an item. You would have to gain the nomination of at least one clan master. And pass the test of recruitment trial, of course. Show your knowledge of the home clan, its mission, and the tree of knowing. Prepare for the test. If you want to do more, gain the nomination. I'm very curious if you can do it. Now to let me know the audience was over. Hey, cool. List of clan members. And open it. Carried a lot of spare items in my digital backpack. I easily found a small key. There, it was open. Look up Kinzo. Took the name Arrow of Darkness. He had always had dramatic inclinations. Quitting esports showed that tendency. He sought the Master of Laughter support. Look up the Master of Laughter. Found an entry on him. Strange, his page was empty. Lord Enlightened had no information on him. Look up Umbra. She had been with the home clan from the beginning. According to the book, her name was Brenda O'Brien. She was a 70-year-old accountant still employed. Interesting. Gold wielder was a recruit who had been forced into being vault master, position he had never wanted. Turned out to be a 13-year-old kid, heir to quite a fortune. His info even included his grades from a prestigious school. Pretty good. The game Knight's Code was for players aged 16 and up. Oculophobia was afraid of crowds. Lord helped him to play in a group to overcome it. Virtualing made it easier. There was nothing in here. She was exactly who she said she was, and I don't know where she is. She's the other person that I was supposed to consider for getting loot, but I never talked to her. His name was Michael Sonowski. Was he the partner of the Outranger captain? Oh yeah. He was a Zoanet. It seemed that his head, all that was left after the X and beyond the ABBS, was in the home clan's possession. Weird. It was delicate matter. I had to think of how to bring it up when talking to him. Reported any signals they saw, recorded them all. Gradual initiation, censorship. And here we go. Read the forbidden signs. Really did censor the signs. Censored part was radically different. Despair, the frightened face of the dim urge appearing in the clouds, a scream of helplessness heard on the wind. Also wanted the tree to be available to everyone because apparently he thought living here made no sense, no more than dying. I looked through the notes on signals from the Tree of Knowing collected by clan members that they varied greatly. Want and curiosity, belief that there was more to the world of certainty, that the material world is only an illusion. Profit apprentice leaving life's grind to seek truth. All visions were full of emotion, hope, and joy of searching. Winged happiness and birds. Lord must have interpreted this one literally, as notes implied he procured a raven. Confidence that value could be found in life, although not here. Okay. Sheets of paper with short notes on the desk. I looked in the mirror and noticed some were reflected in it while others were not. I realized that in the glass I could only see those directly addressed to him. Requests and orders. The latest. Lord needed to keep an eye on new recruits. One of them would be worthy to enter the tree. This one identified the right recruit with regular conversations. The notes were signed, so I didn't know who had recommended that Lord look into me. I assumed they may be. Interesting. You guys are just here. Interesting. What do you want, Worm? I know you're a pathetic person, really am. Lowest in the city's ranking. Should I share that with the clan? You piece of shit, you wouldn't dare. Everyone has a price. You care about the clan, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Here are 3 Gomuins. Take them and get out of my sight. That is not what I expected that to do. That's annoying. Can you tell I've gotten to the point where I actively don't care about the game as much anymore?
Yeah.
Rock Borer is the meditation group. I mean, the fact it started off so interesting is where the huge amount of disappointment's coming from.
This really feels like an effort to pad out the length of the game.
Yep. Your name really it was nasty. Sometimes it seems to me it was harder on my loved ones than on me. Yeah, it really does. It's like we're going to try to make a commentary on some of the pointlessness of MMO stuff by making badly designed fetch quests with time limits arbitrarily.
It's not a commentary if you just do the same thing.
Yep. He's good at it. I can do a lot of Knight's Code, and in the clan, losing your body can set you free. That I used to preoccupy myself with became meaningless. Now it's easy to focus on what really matters. Things that happen here are really worth, not to mention, I'm in the clan, I am somebody. Husband of an outranger captain, now completely dependent on him. You're kind of forced to remain a virtue, but you don't act like a prisoner. Okay, cool. I'm a prisoner of the Sensory Worlds. True, this clan helps me a little with my head care fees. I don't really know why Lord is so generous, because he's blackmailing your husband to do things for him. Maybe he has, maybe he has plans for me. A few more months, who knows? Will I replace Umbra, become Lord's advisor? I'll have my hands in everything. When I met, he was being blackmailed by someone. It could have been Lord because the investigation brought me to the clan. I'll have to talk to him about it. He's become so overprotective now. He doesn't tell me about anything troubling. Besides, recently I've been horrible to him. He's a sweetheart, putting up with me. Okay, I'm still just ahead, and it's the worst nightmare of my life. Understand? I hate Realium. I hate it. You mentioned that something worth looking into was happening here. Haven't you picked up their pattern? It's often inconsistent, emotional, while also being able to impart surprising knowledge. It was the tree's signs that told me how secretive Lord really is. Okay. Done that. Help him secure his position in the clan. What do you have Wait, do you have any information for me? Sure. I know that he's terrified of large crowds. That's why he keeps the vault and isn't very good at raiding. Wonderful. This should give me influence in the clan. All I need is to put this information to good use. Yay! It would mean a lot to me to gain access to the Tree of Knowing. Can you recommend me to Lord? You really want to enter the Tree of Knowing? It could be dangerous. I'm not sure. I've yet to meet anyone who came out of it except Lord. You helped me more than once. In fact, if this is something you truly want, then of course I will nominate you. Okay. Okay. So I just helped out a 13-year-old kid. Time to go to the Lord's house. Yep.
I believe you mean you sold out a 13-year-old kid.
Yeah. What did I say?
Helped out.
Oh, I meant to say sold out. Oh. This game doesn't even do moral quandaries well, to be honest, at this point. It's the frustrations coloring everything. Greeted them with a nod. 2 cycles remain until recruitment is over. By now you should have arrived at an opinion on the clan's philosophy. Only Lord knows how to interpret them. Everyone should know what to think about them and the tree. Think at the end of the next cycle, we will ask you about the path of enlightenment. You will have to arrive at cohesive conclusions regarding those who have entered the tree. Why is there still no data? And I'm thinking, I wish you could undo this as well. You should be able to change your mind. People don't lock themselves into a thing. They choose a direction to continue forward, but then they back up and redo it when they come up with things. This is frustrating. It does not make sense.
Yeah, but this screen is to lock you into a path of progress.
True.
And it's much like the Sherlock Holmes games in that there is a fail state even if the game doesn't tell you until the end.
Right.